One of the things I start out with, and I'll say, now just think about these people. They walked. They didn't have a map. There may have been a poorly defined path, and so I tell them where they started from. I said, do you think you can walk from Pennsylvania, perhaps, to Kentucky? Oh, yeah. And I said, and you won't get lost, because once you've left the cleared lands of, quote, civilization,
right.
You're in
You've
a
got mountains
and hardwood forest the whole way. And I said, but also think, and you think about this, think about the air. All thousands of, hundreds of miles in every direction, trees that are giving off oxygen and taking in the carbon dioxide. It must have been wonderful just to breathe. And then, there are recordings of the passenger pigeons, that the migration, you can look up Audubon on that. They tried to count, but they would stand for hours with a continuous stream of migrating birds. How in this world we managed to destroy every passenger pigeon. Unbelievable. And Harrodsburg will be celebrating its Sester Centennial, its 250th birthday in June 2024. And that's because that's when James Harrod and his intrepid men founded Harrodsburg. But what we don't often say as much about is that in 1773, the McAfees, the good old Scots-Irish, had already come and surveyed land in Mercer County. But the word, it's a word play. Harrod established the first permanent settlement. They surveyed and kept coming back to check their surveys, but they didn't bring the wife and the children until 1779. So that's the difference. But no, you had the Scots-Irish here, you had Dutch. I often tell people, if you were to walk down Main Street, Harrodsburg, the voices that you heard would not be at all the same canvas that we have now, which of course is just the spoken English, because you would have had many ethnicities. Yeah. So we built all our own boats, wooden boats. And so one of those, a rowboat, was called a footboat because it was so flat that it was very stable. You purportedly could stand on the gunnels and it wouldn't even turn over with you. But in order to make them float, when you first built them, you put the oakum between the planks and then you sank the boat. You put water in it, and that would make the wood and the planks swell to where it was watertight. Then, of course, you would pump the water out, and the boat was perfectly to be used the rest of its days. Uncle Ed thought it great fun because he realized the wooden boats never fully sank. To go out, get in the sunken boat, sit down, put the oars in the locks, because the oar locks would be just above the water level, and row down the river, and it appeared that a man was rowing, sitting in the water, and no sign of the boat because it's barely under the water, sunken. He was a character.